What's up, everybody? So, how can we live a more meaningful life? Like, how I say everything's meaningless, which it is, but how can we live a more healthier, for example, like a more peaceful, kindlier life, I guess? You know, like for example, how everything costs money. You need money for this, you need money for that. The truth is, do we really need money? Like, is it a proven fact that we need that to survive? Now, my opinion, I feel like no, it's all just an illusion. We could survive if it didn't exist, but we just don't know how. We were always taught by money. We were always taught that's the way to get things accomplished. That's how we can get things done. Want to build a bridge? You need money. You, you want to get this done? You need money. So money pretty much empowers everything. When really it doesn't, we give it the almighty power to the point where it powers us. But is there a way we could like break free from that? Now, truthfully, I doubt it because we don't have, I don't know what's the right way of saying it, but we don't have what it takes to stand up for ourselves. You know what I mean? We just keep accepting this is how life is, that type of bullshit, and pretty much this is how it stays. Inflation, things I noticed, which were on the fucking news, food portions are smaller now. What used to be this size is now this size, but more of this for less of the food. It just gets more and more corrupt, and we just okay with it. We bitch about it, but we don't really do anything about it. We don't protest about it. We actually don't like really do anything physical about it. We bitch, we moan, we do that, but at the same time, that's all we do. We don't actually like try to fight, unite. There's so many of us. We're overpopulated, but none of us gather up as an army. But we'll gather up as an army for other things, for really this. But yeah. How I look at it as, I would, if true survival, which I said this in a video in the past, true survival is actually doing things for the sake of humanity. No matter what you're doing it for yourself and for other people. We're all trying to help each other survive. But instead, we got it all wrong. We're really just doing this all for money. We only care for ourselves. We only care how good we're doing. The hell with that person, whatever. At least I got something. We literally like fight over something. I want it, I want it. Give me that, give it. I found it first. Like for example, shit like that. It's crazy. I feel like if humanity wasn't so dumb and actually used their noggin, we could maybe have a better life. A money-free life. Maybe I can understand money existing to some extent, like I said, but like I said, at the same time, I feel like it just becomes so overrated. Every little thing is friggin' money. Everything. I heard from other countries, peeing, you're literally going to the bathroom, you gotta pay something. No matter how much it is, still, to the point where that even costs us something, that's fucking disturbing, but that's how I look at it as. Instead of getting things done for us, like for ourselves, for each other, we're just getting things done for money. Everything that we're accomplishing is only for one reason, for money. We're doing it all for money. We're treating money like magic. We're treating money like it has how can I put it this? Like it's a living thing to the point where we value it. We do. But at the same time, instead of just having that same mindset, but instead with the money, doing it for each other. We're only caring or doing a certain activity for that one reason. Money. Money gets in the way of it all. So it goes back to a doctor trying to save a person. The person could easily be saved, but due to him not having no wealth insurance, wealth care, that's what I call it, wealth care instead of health care, because it's literally wealth care. They don't have that, there's nothing we can do. Meanwhile, there's absolutely anything and everything that you can fucking do for him or her, but you just choose not to because of this. So it's literally just all fucking an illusion. We can eliminate money and let's just say rocks had a value. That'll be 1 rock, please. That'll be 150 rocks and that'll be a 1 rock and 50 sticks. I don't know, just making fucking shit up. But like you can literally make anything valuable if we just put our imagination to it, you know. Instead, it all started with money. That became magic for some reason. Some fragile piece of effing paper became magic. Through the buying and sell trade, if I give you this in return, I would like to have this. And this is basically how money and everything became, a concept. And this is how to this day we live. We're only doing things for money. I help you with this certain thing, but in return, I would like to have a favor. And that's money. Your sink's clogged. I'm going to come to your house and unclog it. But in my return, I want money. And that's basically how this whole thing is going. But, could life possibly could it be possible to live without money? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's all just a fucking illusion. It really doesn't mean anything. We give it a meaning, but it's like we just truly don't see another path. We're blind. We see that as the only way, to the point where it makes it feel impossible. Like it makes it feel impossible that there is another way, because that's the only way. I don't know. So basically, to narrow this all down, how we work and do things, we're doing really for money. We're helping people in certain ways, but it's really all for this, because in the benefit of what's going to benefit us. It's all about survival. But truthfully, we could do what we're already doing, and we don't have to do it for money. We can, everything we're doing, we can do, and you don't really need money. That's the thing. We could, what I'm trying to fucking say is, what we're doing, we can keep doing, and I have to worry about money. Instead, we could just do what we're doing for the sake of humanity, helping one another out. Not for money, but for the sake of humanity. Yes, to some extent, I feel like we got to work to some extent, but we shouldn't be working for money. We should be working to help each other out. Working as a civilization, as a community, trying to better ourselves, including yourself and other people. That's what I look at as true survival. That's what animals do. They hunt, they prey, they do whatever they got to do to try to survive and help their other ones. They're not doing it for money. They're doing it for true survival. So that's how I look at what we should be doing. People say if no one works, nothing's going to get done. And that's absolutely true. I got to be honest. That's absolutely true. We need people to fix roads. We need people to do this. We need people to do that. But the only reason why we're doing these things is for money, when we could still do these things without money. But that's the thing. Then we wouldn't want to do it. We don't want to do it regardless, but it forces us more into doing it, because in return, you get this. You could still easily do these things without that. It shouldn't really be about money. It should be all about getting things done as a community, helping one another out, helping the population, That's basically the direction we're in, but at the same time, we're not in, because we're only just doing it for one reason. And if money or whatever, we don't have enough money to do this task, automatically we have no options. It's like literally we have no options. We can't do it. Money's the only way we could do it. Want to build this, you need money. You don't have enough money for that. It's going to cost billions and billions of dollars. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't get it done then. That's our attitude. We're not doing it for true survival. We're just doing it really for one reason. We're just thinking about money. Everything gets done for money. Everything can get done without money, but we don't want to do that then, because what am I going to get? What reward am I going to get for doing this or whatever the hell? So that's how we all got enslaved, basically, by money. Either way, you're sort of enslaved, but at least you're enslaved trying to help one another out, including yourself. We will all be treated equally, at least. There will be no such thing as someone being richer, somebody being poorer, more poor. We will all be treated evenly. And that's honestly how it should be. And sadly, it's not. I'm way better than you. I got more, digits. In other words, more money. And this is why you get murders and jealous people and, causes a whole bunch of shit. Like I know there's a lot of people that, say, you need money. Without money, nothing to get done. And honestly, that's not true, but it's true. And what I mean by it not being true, but it's true is if we put our mind to it to truly care for one another, it could get done. But our attitude is, why am I going to do this certain thing for nothing? What benefit am I going to get out of it? I'm not getting no reward. And that's pretty much why it comes to the conclusion that money is important, and to the point where when we, want to get things done for money. Because if we don't get some kind of prize for it, we don't want to do it. That's where it all goes back of how selfish we are. We only care for our needs. We don't care for any others. We only care for our joy. I'm not saying everyone's like that, but the majority of people are like that. And this is mainly the reason why the system's this way. Because we act like if we don't have money, we can't accomplish anything, and it's not true. But at the same time, it's true because we allowed it to be true. We don't want to break free. It's like we don't try to break free from the system. We just keep, falling into the booby trap. We're not even like, it's not even a challenge. We just fall right in. That's the fucking problem. You can make a rock valuable. You can make anything you want valuable if you put your imagination to it. That's literally what we've done. We made money magical because we put our imagination to that. This specific item is valuable because we made it valuable. Truth is, nothing's really valuable. It's really not. Like a diamond. A diamond's so valuable it's worth fortunes or whatever because we gave it that illusional imagination that it is. I mean, I don't know. And I'm just at a state like I'm just confused my fucking self. It's crazy. It's just so stupid. But yeah, that's pretty much the reason why money's a thing, because nothing will get done if we don't have money, because we only care for ourselves. We won't get no reward for it. Why am I going to fucking build this or do this for this person and not get any type of reward for it? That's what I mean when we're selfish. We should be doing these things not for money, but for the sake of humanity, helping one another out. Animals do a certain thing to help their kind out. They're not getting paid for it. They're just doing it to try to survive. We can do the same thing, for example, but we choose not to. We choose money to get in the way of it. It's like we almost do it, but we're only really doing it for that one specific reason, money. It's crazy. Should life be the total opposite? In my opinion, I would say so. I'm not saying it's a fact. I mean, that's just my opinion. But I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. Like, there's people that also say, for example, well, if there's no money, nobody's going to want to work. Because what's the reason to work then? There's no reason. But that's really not true. We should be doing what we're doing in a different value. And what I mean by that is, right now, for example, we're doing this all for this. And of course, to try to make the world go around, but really, for this. Instead, we should be doing these things for true survival, helping one another out. That's the thing. We're selfish. We don't give a fuck. If we're not getting any type of benefit from it, why should we care? But really, you are getting a benefit from it because you're helping yourself. And, we're all gathering up as a community, helping each other out. Giving each other things, But instead, it's all really why we're really doing this certain thing is for this. We can change it, but we have no desire to, and we just don't know any better concept to. We don't see another path. It's all a dead end to the main blue people, just people in general. Because the truth is, if we did that path, we would all be treated evenly. We could have kids, they grow evenly. There's no such thing as somebody being richer than you or poorer than you. Now, of course, this is going to still come to a point where some people are more healthier than you. There's nothing you could do about that. That's just genes and shit and genetics, but there wouldn't be no such thing as someone being more wealthy. More healthy, yes, but nothing you could do on that one. That's nature in itself, that's just natural causes. But I mean, you get what I'm trying to say, though? I mean, like, we could all have an even life, equal life. Our kids could grow up like any other kid, instead of this kid, for example, saying, "Mommy, can't I have that? Oh, we can't afford that." Or, "But he has it." "Sorry, we can't." Like, we could all be treated equally if we actually, like, put our minds to it. But instead, we're just letting a piece of money, a piece of paper, rule us. We only do these tasks for that. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why we're doing it. That's why you get some people, and it's true, you get some people that say, well, think of it this way. If money wasn't a thing, no one would want to work. And that's absolutely true. No one wants to work regardless. We force ourselves because it is. If not, we're going to live in the streets and shit. But the truth is, we should have the sympathy of doing these things for the sake of humanity, caring for one another, something that we won't ever have. No matter what, we won't ever have that. So that's why money's and shit is the way it is, and we don't break free and shit. Like, for example, farmers, they grow food and stuff, things like that. They want money. I mean, it's basically like I keep saying, everything is done for money. We can do all these things and money doesn't even have to be in the picture. But we would just choose not to do it then because there's no reward for us. I'm not getting no reward. I'm not getting no type of pay or whatever. So then what ends up happening? We don't want to do it. But really, it shouldn't be about that. It should be about doing all this as a community, as a nation, to help each other survive. And of course, yourself. You're helping you and other people. We're all in the same boat. Ever heard that saying? We're all in the same boat. Well, that's what we should be, in the same boat. We should all be trying to help one another out. Cares who they are, like, what race, for example. There'll be no such thing then as, like I keep saying, rich or poor. None of that wouldn't even matter. We're all treated evenly, equally, I should say. We're same shit, but yeah. But that's the fucking problem. We won't ever strive that route. We think it's impossible, you know what I mean? Like, people think it's impossible. Which pretty much it is impossible because we're so dumb to ever try to go that way, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, crazy things people will say. Well, you need money. And I can understand why people say that because, like I said, no one would want to do anything. We're only doing these things and we hate it as it is, but we're pushing ourselves. We have no choice. We got to do it because we got to get money. We got to survive. When we could survive a different way. I mean, truth is, we got to work. It sucks, but we got to work. But we shouldn't be working for money. We should be working to help one another out. That's the true goal. Helping one another out. Doing things for other people, including yourself. Not doing something just for some fictional, made-up bullshit paper coming in my bank account. Or, that's all we look at it as. Save someone. Who cares if he has assurance or not? Is that shit more important than an actual ticking heart inside the person's chest? And it pretty much is. Sad. This is what it's come to. This is what it's always fucking come to. And it just gets more and more greedy. But anyway, I'm probably going to have to stop this video now. I actually don't know how long this video's been. I would like to actually talk about a couple of things more, but I don't think I'm going to have enough storage, unfortunately, to a stupid phone. So I am going to possibly have to end it here. But I hope I made some valid points in this video, and I hope, people could relate and understand and truly feel, that you're not alone and shit. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, like I always say, and I truly mean it, I love every one of you people watching these videos. I truly appreciate it. I really do. I don't just say that for the hell of it. I truly fucking mean what I say. I'm not like those phony other people, but anyway, I'm going to stop yip-yapping and call it a night there. Love you all.